you are going to see the full reveal of Nightmare Fredbear in real life. I really hope that you'll agree the wait was worth it. No more time to waste, let's begin the build. I meant to show you how I'm scaling the helmet pieces, but instead you're getting an exclusive look at, well, me facing a wall. After I figured the exact distance parts needed to be, I quickly modelled and 3D printed an endo skeleton of sorts. So now that this is all 3D printed, it's time to remove the supports and start putting it together. If you're watching this but you don't have a 3D printer, that's fine, you can make this part out of tough cardboard or strong foam board. This is the face of someone realising what they're making is no joke, or that it's completely a joke and I'm the fool wearing it. Also, springs are cool. Okay, so now I'm going to test this, but I haven't glued these in yet because I want to take them off and like prime them and stuff, so I'm going to be really careful. Okay, there we go. Moments like this where I realise, how do I explain my life? Okay, hold on. Again, these aren't glued in, so I'm keeping my head still. Just trust me. What do you look like? Yeah! I want the head to naturally point down because I'm going to be so tall. Okay, I'm going to try not ramble, but yeah, this is me testing it. Look at them go! Hell yeah! Anyway, so now that these have been tested and I think they're a success, I'm going to start making the head while the jaw is printing. So I started making the head out of cardboard, but as you can probably tell, this cardboard was way too rigid and doesn't simulate foam very well, so instead I made it out of paper. However, when I put it together, I realized that it was like just a bit too big, so I made it again. This is only half the head, if it's not obvious. Fits over. Da, 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 da. So now I'm going to make it out of foam and it's just going to be plopped over the top of this endo skeleton. Building montage. I still make my patterns the old school way by piecing 2D shapes together into what forms a 3D shape that looks like the reference. And with the help of Photoshop I can change the sizings without drawing it all over again. The material here is just 10mm EVA foam glued together with contact adhesive. It's incredibly lightweight. Then we're back to the ears. I wanted to add some real rust to the surface, so I used wood glue to stick on some iron flakes. Then I dabbed it in food-safe hydrogen peroxide to trigger actual rust, and I think it looks awesome. Finally, I quickly made his hat. Before cutting all the details, I wanted to test the prototype jaw. So this is the prototype I'm going to test now. I have no idea how this works because I have never made a jaw component before. However, thankfully, Slender Dummy lended a lot of advice, so let's test this. This is following his design and then I'm going to build on that afterwards. Okay, gosh. You can hear a lot of noise, that's also from the eyes. But yes, as you can see, this jaw is like moving 180 degrees. It's not actually going to do that, but I just thought I would test its entire range of movement. And now I'm going to try and test it on my head. Yeah, I haven't got any jumper cables on right now because so I'm actually really limited. What possessed me to make this costume, but it gets more ridiculous every blooming week. Okay, right. I look like I'm in pain right now because again I have about 30 centimeters of wire from the table to here and a ginormous battery pack. So if I look daft, I'm not in pain. I just don't want to snap any wires. You can see it's kind of like dangling. This is the slowest it'll go. Obviously this is not how it's gonna look, but I'm just getting a full range of movement here. So I'll change that. I'll probably bring this a bit further down, probably about here or something. That's what I'm gonna do next. I'll get onto 3D modeling and then adding all the teeth. While that was printing, I started on his nose using XPS foam, and for texture I covered it with foam clay. I could have made the teeth from EVO foam to keep it as lightweight as possible. Honestly, I just couldn't be bothered. Sorry guys. But joke's on me because they stabbed me in the head whilst I was painting them. You won't believe me because I wasn't filming at the time, but someone's nosy child did actually try and come in. So I wanted to send him a message with this.
This is the part where you run away. And stand!
Why does Fredbear have this many teeth? I lost count at this stage. Still, I started adding them to form his gums. But I hated it, so I ripped them off. It's probably hard to tell, but trust me guys, these were bad. Okay, so after making this for the third time, I decided to recreate Fredbear's gum texture by burning it. But guys, do not try this at home. It is both toxic and very dangerous. I even managed to set mine on complete fire, which does look cool, but is extremely dangerous. So instead, you can achieve a very similar texture with some acrylic matte gel and some paintbrushes. I used the same technique for his inner jaws for the metal texture he has, and then added a cartoony weathering with paint. It's time to put this Frankenstein looking thing on this mannequin head. That being said, this is extremely wobbly and I'm a little worried about that, but we now need to build it. I was very curious at how much the eyes weighed at this point, but then I was horrified to see they weighed almost 1 kilogram by themselves. So imagine how much that would weigh if I had the entire thing printed. So yeah, that's not happening. This thing is going to be about 4 feet tall. So if I can get it to 3 kilograms, that really is something quite amazing. So yeah, we'll see. Now I'm going to attach the eyes and its brain into this. It's creepy. Right, after some coding on the jaw, it's time to test what this is going to look like fully for the first time. I'm so scared. Yeah, it didn't work. But then I fixed it. Come on, buddy. Let's say hi. Look, Umar. Time for the bite of 87. No, mommy, please. Okay, so I've edited the code a bit so that he looks like he's constantly laughing, and this is my first try. But when I say constantly, like there's gonna be breaks, obviously. There we go. Now it's time to start making it not look like an endoskeleton anymore and start adding all this cool stuff. And it's not yet heavy, but it is a little wobbly, as you can see. So that's a little concerning. That's the face of me realizing the postman's at my door, and it would take way too long to take it off, so it's time for my daily quest of confusing anyone brave enough to deliver here. So now to figure out how to attach all the other teeth and jaws. This one's clashing with that one, and then this one's hitting this one. So, kind of need to either remove a couple of teeth, but yes, it's going to be a little bit less accurate. Don't hate me, but I want it to function over accuracy, so I'm going to do it off camera because it's really scary. At this stage, I was hysterically laughing, probably because I was scared, or I'm about to begin my villain arc. But with that, it's built and ready for fabric. Now you guys have seen me do the fabric thing so many times, so I'm just going to whiz over it really fast. Finally, all the pieces are fully built and painted. All that's left now is just to put the tiny little bits of details in, because yes, there's more teeth. And realize it just gets creepier. But before we try it on, I want to weigh exactly how heavy this head is. Okay, with that, it's time to put it all on for the final reveal. I can't lie guys, I was so nervous to wear this costume. It's by far the biggest costume I've ever made and worn, but I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun wearing it. I didn't actually think I'd be able to wear it for this long because I'm only 5 foot, and yeah, no, it was incredible. I'm so glad I made it. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this journey as much as I have. I want to thank you all again for watching all the videos. And if you're curious on how I made this exactly on the other parts, because you're new here, YouTube should now be recommending a playlist to show you how I made the other parts, so check those out if you're curious. Even though Nightmare Fredbear is now finished, I just want to say I have many more courageous builds in store, so please do remember to like and subscribe this video because I have so many more things that you guys need to see, and I can't wait to show you guys and take you on a new journey with the new future builds. And finally guys, please let me know in the comments if you think Fredbear should make it out into the public. Should he go out to a mall? Should he go out to a Comic-Con? Or should I just sell him because he's probably the most creepiest thing. Actually, he is the creepiest thing I have in my workspace. And to be honest, I kind of regret having a creepy thing stare at me all day. So please let me know in the comments what you guys think and if there should be anything I should film with him in future. Anyway, bye!